The United States Senate is finally moving into the crypto space. Now, I know there's a lot happening in the world right now, but you should also know that just this week, the Genius Act passed with a bipartisan group of senators. Yes, Republicans and Democrats agreed on a priority for President Trump. And this is important because this is a first of its kind piece of legislation that regulates stablecoins. Now, even if you don't understand crypto or stablecoins, you still should know what this bill would do and understand why it's important, because if this bill passes in the House, it's really opening the door to this new era for currency in the United States. So first, the Genius Act stands for Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for U.S. Stablecoins Act. Final Senate vote, 68-30, with 2 senators not voting. The 30 no votes came from Democrats and independents, plus 2 Republicans. All of the yes votes came from Republicans, along with 18 Democrats who also voted yes. And if you want to see how your senator voted, I'm going to email the list out to you in my next Facts HQ email, so make sure you sign yourself up for that. Now, before I tell you what this landmark legislation does, let's just real quick talk about stablecoins. Stablecoins are a digital asset that is used to conduct other crypto transactions and is generally less volatile than other cryptocurrencies. Now, the problem with crypto generally has been that there is no comprehensive federal law that governs all aspects of crypto. And that has led to a patchwork of laws and different government agencies that regulate parts of it, and then that conflicts sometimes with state regulations. It's sort of all over the place. Now, while some people think that's okay, the crypto industry has been asking for some kind of government regulation for years. And that's because it does help its legitimacy and may give some skeptical potential crypto investors the confidence they need to jump into the crypto market. But the only way comprehensive federal regulation for something like this can happen is if Congress passes a law. So the Genius Act is the Senate's opening bid for stablecoin regulation. Now, what does the bill do? Well, it does several things. It sets some guardrails for the industry. It also opens the door for more people and companies to start issuing stablecoins or integrating stablecoins into their existing payment systems. It mandates $1 million in fines for those who are issuing stablecoins if they're not eligible to do so. It mandates that issuers of stablecoins maintain reserve backing of that stablecoin on a one-to-one basis using actual U.S. currency or other similar liquid assets. The bill gives oversight of stablecoins to the Treasury Department and requires the stablecoin issuer to file reports and audits with the federal government. And then there's this whole anti-money laundering section too. So why, in the midst of everything going on in the world, is the Genius Act such a priority in the Senate? Well, recently, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent testified at a Senate hearing that the stablecoin industry could grow to trillions of dollars in just the next few years, and regulation would help to make the United States a global leader in crypto. But it's also very important for you to know that the crypto industry pumped hundreds of millions of dollars into the 2024 election cycle to get crypto-friendly lawmakers into office. On top of that, after years of dismissing crypto, President Trump has now described himself as the most crypto-friendly president in U.S. history. He wants this too. In fact, as I told you in this video earlier this week, it's worth noting that according to President Trump's 2024 financial disclosure form, he made at least $57 million alone through his own crypto platform. Plus, some estimate that his own crypto holdings are worth more than $1 billion. So why were the Democrats against this bill? Well, those who voted no said that the bill does not go far enough to protect consumers who are involved in stablecoins. And they said there should have been another guardrail included in the bill that required no lawmaker or president could personally profit from digital assets. Senate Republicans struck that idea down. And in the end, the law only prohibits members of Congress, their families, and senior executive branch officials from profiting from stablecoins. The bill says nothing about whether the President of the United States can profit from stablecoins. Now, the House has its own version of this bill that has different provisions than the Genius Act. That bill has not been voted on yet, so it's unclear if or how the Genius Act is going to be integrated with the House version. Regardless, if you want to read the Genius Act or see how your lawmaker voted, again, I'm going to email both documents out to you in my next Facts HQ email, so make sure you sign yourself up.